Hello. It's good. Hello. Thank you. Thanks everyone for making it to the session. I know it's during the lunch hour, and thanks everyone for taking your time to be part of this session. My name is Sharad Gopalappa. I'm a product marketing manager with Microsoft 365 with a primary focus on the Fast Track program. My colleague, her name is Suma, was originally scheduled to deliver this session. For personal reasons, she had to head back to Redmond, so I'm pitching into our team's effort at this point of time. So thanks, Suma, for all the efforts on this session. So with that, we'll get started. How many of you know what is Fast Track? Okay, pretty good audience, thank you. How many of you know how many of you are IT pros or IT decision makers within your organization? Okay, I think I see similar set of hands raising up. That totally resonates. So the target for today's session, the scope of today's session is to go through have a digital tool on the Fast Track digital experience. Before we dive deep into that, in a nutshell, Microsoft Fast Track is a benefit for Microsoft Cloud customers, which comes at a no added cost for our customers. And we provide three different things. One, we help them get to cloud through remote guidance. Second, if customers have content on either their traditional on-premise environment or some of the competitor platforms like Google Drive, IBM environment, or even some of the Box or few others, we help assist in migrating that content into Microsoft Cloud. That's the second area that we focus. Third, once customers are in Microsoft Cloud, we actually help them try to maximize the value from their cloud investments in a meaningful manner by effectively trying to educate them on ways in which they can actually unleash the full potential of the entire suite, and rather than just using bits and pieces of it. That's where we primarily focus on. And again, Fast Track is available as a benefit at no added cost, and customers can actually leverage this any number of times during the scope of their subscription. It's being bundled as part of the subscription, so customers, once they purchase a set number of seats on either Office 365, Microsoft 365, EMS, so on and so forth, they are eligible for this cloud benefits. So it's a good benefit for customers. Why not leverage it? There are three different ways in which we get to market. Okay, I don't see this is not working here for whatever reason. There are three different ways in which we actually get to market. One, there's a self-serve piece of it, which is more around the digital experience. That's an area which we are actually going to dive deep today. The second area is more around the human face of Fast Track. We have close to 800 engineers, Microsoft engineers, working across the globe, helping customers get to cloud at a faster pace and trying to realize value from it. And we also work with our partner ecosystem. There's a huge partner ecosystem. So there are customers, as you might be aware, who at times prefer to go through a partner route, either because the partner is providing a value-added service, or it could be a number of other reasons. But just like the way we work directly with our customers, we also work through partners with our customers. So effectively, three different ways in which customers can get engaged with Fast Track. A self-serve mode, directly working with Fast Track engineers, and then through Microsoft approved partners. Now let's dive deep into the self-serve piece, which is more around our digital experience. And this is where I have a quick demo for today. Fast Track digital experience, where the web link for it is microsoft.com/fasttrack, is a single one-stop go-to location to get access to all Microsoft resources. What we have here is the content that we have on Fast Track digital experience. We have close to 380 pieces of downloadable resources. The content that we have is structured around best practices, training content, awareness-focused content that IT pros like you guys can actually leverage on a self-serve basis. You guys can directly download this information. There is no eligibility required. There is no eligibility requirement, and we have seen scenarios wherein customers download this piece of content, slightly customize it to their own individual needs, and leverage it within their organization. Let's take an example wherein, as an IT pro, you're trying to drive a change management within your organization. We do have content that is around the best practices. What are some of the templates that you can leverage for driving awareness, driving training within your organization, or some help desk assistance focused content as well. The thought here is, FastTrack, since its inception in 2013, has worked with close to 60,000 customers. Every time we work with our customers, we learn unique challenges. And the goodness that we have learned from these customers, we are actually trying to bring back to our, not sure what's, sorry for this one. We are actually trying to bring back to our customers and through our digital experience. The one thing that I wanted to focus more on here is we have something called a resource hub. That's where we have our digital content being spread. And the way we work with our customers is actually spread by 3 different ways. One, if you look at any customer journey, they generally go through 3 different phases, which is more around envisioning how they want to solve a given problem. Once they have identified what the problem is and what the solution that they would like to leverage to address that specific concern, it's more around a technical challenge to see how we can get those technical workloads being deployed, that being the second phase. The third phase, which usually happens, is once the workload is being deployed, it's more around how do we make sure we realize value from that specific workload or a scenario per se. Microsoft FastTrack exactly goes through those 3 steps. The way we call them is, we call those 3 phases as envision, onboard, and drive value. Our digital content on the FastTrack digital experience actually has got in-depth information around this envisioning aspect, onboarding aspect, and trying to deploy and drive value aspect. The good thing here is Microsoft has dedicated resources called FastTrack architects, which are generally available for large enterprises. These resources are pretty much available even in the pre-licensing stages at no additional cost from Microsoft, wherein these folks actually work with customers like you, trying to understand what your business problem is, what is the challenge that you're currently going through, and how Microsoft solution can actually help address those problems. So these guys are not sales folks, they're not trying to sell anything net new here, but effectively trying to understand your challenge and trying to see how Microsoft solution can actually play a role at this point of time. Those are the architect folks, and these architects are spread again across the globe, and they dive deep during the envision phase. And during the onboarding phase, as I mentioned, we have close to 800 engineers who work with customers day in and day out, and they can actually speak 12 different languages. So, and the digital content that we have here is actually being localized in 27 different languages. That's on the onboarding phase. And driving value phase, there are multiple resources that we have here beyond FastTrack digital experience, through which we can actually monitor the usage of the various workloads and scenarios, and to see how we can unleash the maximum potential from our end user organizations. Continuing with that, it's not just it's not just the FastTrack digital experience, it also has links to several other resources. As I was mentioning, we do have this resource hub, which has got close to say around 380 or 400 pieces of downloadable information, which customers can easily download, customize it to their own individual needs. And we have seen real examples wherein customers, be it small or large, they have leveraged this content for their best benefit to drive awareness or training within their organization. What we are seeing right now is called a Microsoft FastTrack, a benefit guide. So this is a one-stop shop wherein we talk about the entire scope of the program, how we work with our customers, what are the different phases that we work with. So pretty easy, it's a self-serving downloadable content that anyone can leverage, which I just wanted to mention over here. Moving to a slightly different topic. So within FastTrack Digital Experience, there is yet another resource which is called Microsoft 365 Productivity Library. In simple terms, Productivity Library is a end-user content which customers within organizations can actually leverage to self-educate, to learn, to discover the real potential of Microsoft 365 in a scenario-focused approach. The content that we have here is actually structured by various roles, as we just saw. Is structured around various, let me just bring it back, is structured around various roles like finance, human resources, marketing, and sales. So depending on which specific vertical that an employee belongs to, they can actually find scenario-focused content, self-serve content. Each piece of content that we have here roughly takes about 5 minutes to actually self-educate, and it goes through a scenario-focused approach, and through which end users within organizations, by just spending 5 to 10 minutes in a given day, they should be able to learn how to maximize their potential from their Microsoft 365 cloud investment. The good thing here is It's more on a scenario focused approach. We do have video contents being embedded into these steps in a step by step. For example, in this case, we are looking into how to quickly build some digital content here, and we do see video contents being embedded within each and every steps. And there are also live examples around how customers, just like one of you guys, one of your organizations, have actually benefited by scenarios like this. So these are proven experiences that we currently have at this point of time. Please feel free to ask questions. I do have a mic in case if you have. The next experience that I just wanted to mention here is our fast track authenticated experience. Until this point, whatever we spoke was more around the unauthenticated experience, which anyone can come in and download content, leverage the best practices that are out there. For customers who actually authenticate themselves and enter into the authenticated experience, once they sign in, they do get additional rich benefits. And pretty much every customer who has leveraged Microsoft 365, Office 365 in some shape or form, by using their organization ID, they should be able to log in here. And there is a simple sign-up process if you have not already logged in. So once a customer logs in, they do get some rich assets like a success plan, request for fast track assistance, having ability to download some of the rich Microsoft icons for various communication or awareness needs, as well as we do have several offers that we can discuss about. Talking about success plan, a success plan is nothing but think of it as a plan of record that while we work with our customers, we come up with a plan in place, and customers, if they want, they can actually build their own success plans without engaging with Microsoft Fast Track. To date, we have close to 52,000 success plans being created by customers. A pretty common pattern that we see here is customers build their success plan to begin with while they are working with, let's say, their US subsidiary for deploying a specific workload or a scenario. And when they want to roll out this globally, if they want to leverage a different resources, a different team to actually make it happen, they can effectively take the same success plan and have it being replicated in their different subsidiary as well. The good thing that we have about these success plans here is, as I mentioned, the best practices, the pitfalls, the learnings that we have captured while working with the 60,000 plus customers is actually being shared and being documented in this success plan in a logical approach, so that customers can actually go through those prerequisites right in time, ahead of time, even before actually going through their deployment or onboarding initiatives, and not getting blocked halfway through. Some of you might have taken a flyer here which talks about SAT and tips, which is more around think of it as a secret sauce that we have learned from our customers. So a couple of years ago, when our leadership questioned us around what is that uniquely differentiates a certain set of customers compared to the others when it comes to successful adoption, we actually went back and tried to identify patterns with the customers that we have worked with. And the common pattern that we found was, it was not a rocket science, but it was the fundamentals, which is more around trying to have the right set of stakeholders in the change management process, trying to have the right business scenarios, trying to make sure that we drive the right awareness and training within our organization, trying to make sure that we have the clear deadlines and have a clear intent behind whatever workload that's being deployed. See, at the end of the day, there should be a clear business purpose and a clear set of stakeholders who want to realize value from it. If that's not the case, we generally don't see value being unleashed from the product per se. The learnings that we learned from our customers over a period of time is exactly what we have brought back in our success plan. So great resource, great self-serve resource, which customers, as I mentioned, they can use it either by themselves or they can use it while they're having their fast track customer conversations. Stepping to the next one. So just like we spoke about the success plan, we also have yet another resource which is more around offers. So but at times we do have a time-bound initiatives that we drive with our customers for various reasons, and there is a targeted page called offers page, wherein if we are having a specific initiatives that we are driving with our customers to help them get to cloud at a faster pace, that's a location where we have. Here's a simple example where we have an ongoing offer at this point of time, which talks about how we can actually help customers move to Exchange by providing certain authentication keys at this point of time. There's one more resource which I actually missed to go through, which is more around, okay, we understand that we have a success plan, we do have an offer section, but if we want to get connected to the human side of it, so there's yet another great resource, which is called a request for fast track assistance. I think I missed it here, which is more around requesting fast track assistance. So once a customer decides that he wants to leverage the fast track engineers, the 800 plus engineers whom I was discussing about, there's a simple straightforward form that is available on the authenticated side. And that form effectively captures information about the customer on what is the specific scenario that they are trying to address and how Microsoft Fast Track can actually help go to this is exact request form that I was saying. There's just one request form across Microsoft 365, simple, fairly five different 10 items that we generally capture. But just by filling up this form, the customer automatically puts himself into the line, and our Microsoft counterpart should be able to reach out to the customer over a span of next couple of days. So that's what we have here. So the thought process at this point of time was to see how customers can effectively leverage the Fast Track digital experience, which is a one-stop location to get access to all Fast Track resources and digital content, and that's where we had. The good thing here is it's a self-educating tool here. For example, there is a button called Need Help. At any given point of time, if customers are stuck or not aware of any specific navigation path on how to leverage the digital content, Need Help is your friend over here. Once you click Need Help, it's automatic flyers do pop up, providing some education content around the areas that you're actually trying to explore. With that, I'll open it to Q&A. Happy to take questions. Let me know how I can help. Thank you. Thank you.